Hello there and welcome to the Planet Cruise TV show. I love that music. You know, the moment I hear it, I always start to smile because this is a show that's been running over 10 years now, and every Tuesday, as many of you know, we bring you some of the hottest deals in the cruise industry. Tonight, we've got many cruises with just £1 deposit, which is really exciting. Some amazing offers and a little bit of cruise news as well. And Glenn is back. He's not been with us for the past 2 weeks.
No.
So let me guess, Glenn. Have you been on a cruise?
I have been on a cruise, yes.
Do you know, you're overtaking me now.
No one overtakes you.
No, that's it. You give me a run for my money.
Yeah, but I just do two-nighters. You do sort of longer ones. So yeah, I've just been on the new Independence of the Seas.
What's she like? So she's just been all revitalised.
Yeah, just been revitalised. So that's me and the wife on. Yeah, it's just my holiday photos. I love showing them. So that's Brooke.
That's Brooke.
Yeah, that's
How old
Brooke.
is she now?
She's 21.
What's she 4?
She's 3.
3.
So she went in the kids' club for the first time, so she had her face painted. But yeah, the ship was fantastic. Obviously, they've been revitalised, so they've put all the new things in there. We did the crazy golf. We went up into the new water park and the new bouncing sky park, which is the thing. We also did a bit of a presentation. She wasn't that interested in it at all, really. But it was wonderful, and the ship was buzzing. They spruced it all up, and it was the first time they'd been on the ship, so on a Royal Caribbean, so they absolutely loved it, and I think it's going to cost me a few quid over the next couple of years, so absolutely wonderful.
And we have got a Royal Caribbean cruise coming up, haven't we?
We have. We've got a Royal Caribbean coming up. This is a little bit different. This is Quantum, and this is going over into Japan and in Vietnam.
It's
but
an amazing one, isn't it?
Again, that is a beast of a ship, so that's a little bit special, and that's coming up later on.
We've got £1 deposits as well on many of the deals. They finish at the end of May. But we also have some cruise news, some new ships.
We do, yeah. It's always nice because everything gets revitalised and new ships coming out. So we've got a couple on there at the moment.
We have. Well, Cruise and Maritime, they've got their brand new addition to their fleet, and that's the Vasco da Gama there. She sets out April of next year, just over 1,200 passengers. She's a mid-sized cruise ship, and she actually comes from P&O originally, doesn't she?
Yeah, P&O Cruises and P&O Australia down there in the Pacific Eden. It's going to be called the Vasco da Gama, and it's going to sail between Europe and Australasia. Its maiden voyage is going to be just a small 47-night voyage from Singapore to Tilbury with stays, and the price of that is really, really good, as you can see.
But it says that with her being mid-sized, she is going to be able to access more ports than sort of the larger ships there.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So they always do it very, very well. 1,220 passengers, makes it nice and small, very easy to get on and off the ship. And again, just keeping with the P&O theme as well, exciting news. It's been on the horizon for a while, but P&O are naming their new ship in 2 days' time, the 24th of May. Their new ship is going to be the biggest cruise ship from Britain. It's going to be 180,000 tonnes. It's going to be another beast.
Wow.
It's going to have obviously a choice of accommodation, more places to dine, more spaces to relax, but it's getting named in 2 days' time. Now, if you want to find out more information about that, you can actually sign up onto the website there. You can see the website there to sign up. And what we'll do is, if you're interested in when they release all the cabins and new information about that, you'll be first to be contacted and sent out all the information.
Important.
And we know we've got such a loyal following P&O, bringing the new ship in. It's going to be the big one. People are want to get on that.
And you'll be pleased that we've got an amazing P&O cruise on the show tonight as well.
And the other thing as well, Morella launched their new ship this week as well, Explorer.
So loads of launches.
Yeah.
And Glenn, you've got a few little shout-outs as well.
Always like to give me shout-outs, always do me shout-outs. So I've got Rita and Brian Clark. They've booked their Explorer Transatlantic, so I said I'd give them a call out. Do you know what? I've spoke to loads of people this week. They always watch the show, and it always says, we always watch your show with a glass of wine. So I think everyone's sitting there drinking. Maybe they just need to have a glass of wine to get through the show. Maybe. I don't know.
Somebody told me off on Facebook this week for mentioning alcohol too much.
Well, we won't mention it again.
No.
I've just got another quick couple to mention out. I've got Barry, Sue, Pauline and Cliff. I met them on Independence. I said I'd give you a shout out. And also Jonathan and Wendy, they booked their Morella cruise this week. And finally, Bobby and Leslie Watson, they've now made themselves a diamond on Cunard. They're very, very proud about that. And they've informed me about that today.
Oh,
so
well done,
well done.
Anyway, we better begin because we've got 7 big cruise deals for you and a couple of little ones as well. We're going to start off. I mentioned we've got a P&O cruise rather on the Azura.
That's easy to say.
Yeah. Look at the price. This is for next year.
Yeah.
April next year, 445. That is an incredible price, and that is a £1 deposit tonight as well.
£1 deposit, I think it works out £64 per person. If you've never done a cruise before, why not try this? Azura's a great ship, and I tell you, if you want to see some actual TV gold, you might want to watch the VT.
Yeah, well, this is this is Glenn. It's not TV gold. It's not bad, Here he is to tell you more.
With over 8 places to eat, drink and socialise, a plethora of venues to unwind, or 5 fantastic entertainment venues, Azura is a destination unto itself. Dining on board Azura definitely takes centre stage. With 3 main restaurants to choose from and the choice of either club or freedom dining, you'll definitely have plenty of options. But for that real touch of home, how about an incredible afternoon tea designed by master patissier Eric Lanlard? Now, if you like a bit of spice and Atakulcha Sindhu, it's definitely calling you. Blending together British and Indian cuisine, this is one not to be missed. And for the wine lovers out there, you need to pay a visit to Ollie Smith's Glasshouse. Split into 4 age groups with a boatload of activities and some seriously enthusiastic reef rangers on hand, your kids will be thoroughly entertained during your cruise. There are a host of games and toys to use, and new activities are planned daily. Plenty to keep the little ones amused while you head off for some shopping or maybe even a spa. Speaking of which, did you know there's a child-free zone on board called The Retreat? Well, there is, and you can get a spa treatment al fresco while you sit back and relax. Of course, there are more treatments available inside the Oasis Spa as well. And if you fancy working up a sweat, there's of course the gym as well. In the evening, why not head along to the Playhouse, Azura's 800-seat theatre, where you can catch any number of live performances. If you prefer something a little bit more intimate, then head along to either Malabar or Manhattan lounges, or maybe even head up to the pool to catch a film on the C screen. Whether you want an inside or a suite, there is a cabin on board Azura to match everybody's budget and taste. The insides are cosy but still come with the all-important tea and coffee making facilities. However, if you're looking to treat yourself, then why not go for a suite? Over twice the size of a regular balcony cabin and offering you not only a spacious bedroom but a living area as well. Oh, and if you really want to see how the other half live, then there's even a butler on hand.
I mean, all the rooms there look fantastic. I can't believe that you've got that accommodation and all your food, all of your entertainment, £64 per person per night.
I've mentioned it before. When I went on Azura, I've worked for P&O, but I hadn't been on Azura before I filmed that. And you get on that ship, you know, you feel really at ease as soon as you get on. Sometimes you get that with ships, and I'll tell you what, if you've never tried a cruise before and you think, I don't want to break the bank, and you want to get on a really popular one from Southampton, jump on this one.
Well, let's just give you a little taster of the places you're going to be visiting on this one. Some really nice ports there. So you're cruising out of Southampton, really simple. You can take as much luggage as you like.
Yeah, and then you've got a chill-out day at sea, which is always nice. And then we're straight into Rotterdam, where you have a chance to go into south of Holland and try and see the Euromast and the Ocean Aquarium. Then from there, we go on to Bruges, which is always good. We dock into Brugge, but you go into Bruges, and we talk about Bruges a lot on these programmes. But again, lovely with the moat there, the horse-drawn carriages, and of course your Belgian beer and your waffles and chocolate. Another chill-out day, then into Cherbourg, famous for its maritime history. You've got the Sea Museum, Liberation Museum, of course trips out to the various areas, and we'll talk a little bit about France later on. And then from there, a beautiful, beautiful destination of Guernsey into St Peter Port, and you've got Castle Connaught, Fort Grey, and again the little chapel to go and explore.
Alice, amazing, and we are finding more and more, if you book early, you can often get the very best prices.
This can't come down any cheaper.
It really can't,
waiting, and a great introduction.
So remember, you can actually book tonight with just £1 per person deposit. That's exclusive to Planet Cruise. Definitely worth upgrading. How about a room with a view, an outside cabin? That's from under £8 per person per night extra. Balcony would only cost you another £22 per person per night. And yeah, if you don't live near Southampton, you know, and you may be worried about driving down on the day, it's really nice to actually spend the night before in the Holiday Inn in Winchester. We've got a great deal in relationship with them. We can actually give you that for £95 per person, and that's your breakfast, parking for the week, and your transfers as well.
And transfers to and from the hotel.
So if you want to add that on, then just let us know. Now, from P&O to one of my favourites. Many of you regulars know I think I've been on about 25, 26 cruises, been very lucky. But I have cruised with Celebrity 8 times now. And I actually did this exact cruise.
Back to front, though,
but yeah, the other way round. But it was the very best. I actually did it to celebrate a friend's 40th birthday, and it was outstanding.
I have never seen a cruise with includes New Zealand, Celebrity Cruises, Sydney, for just over £2,000 per person.
I know, we paid a lot more. Yeah, we did.
You want to know someone in the industry, get you a deal.
Seriously, we paid a lot more than that. Anyway, we're going to fly you from London Heathrow over to Auckland, and you actually, Auckland's fabulous. You actually get 2 nights there, don't you?
Yeah, now if you think about it before we go into anything else, how much a flight would be to Auckland and then back from Sydney?
Yeah, you're right.
Just work out that,
Yeah.
and then you think you've got everything else included. Now, when
Yeah,
you go,
true, actually.
it is, yeah. Now again, this is one of our tailor-made packages. So if you'd want 3 days and 3 days at the end, we can do that for you. You can add extra days. We've based it on 2 days there. But again, when you're in to Auckland, you get a chance to go up to the tower. You can actually walk around the tower, go around the city. I was very, very fortunate, again, to do a New Zealand cruise, and out of my 10 years at sea, my New Zealand Circumnavigate cruise was the best cruise I've ever done. I do prefer the South Island to the North Island, but everything's got things going for it. But again, you've got a chance to go to the tower there, but you've got 2 days to get over your jet lag, get ready for the cruise, and of course experience the start of New Zealand.
And then you transfer to port, you embark the Celebrity Solstice, and you've got a 10-night cruise. And so I did this exact cruise, so wait till we show the destinations. But let's just talk about Celebrity, because they are an extremely popular brand. We always say 5-star modern luxury at its very, very best, multi-award winning, of course.
They are, and again, we say it a lot on here. I think people that book a Celebrity cruise, once they book one, they tend to go back time and time again. Soldtice is a great ship. It's been based down there for a number of years. And again, the level of service, out of the bigger ships, this is one of the, Celebrity are one of the top. The service, the shows, they've revamped all the shows, the different dining opportunities on there, and of course the wine rack and things are going on there as well. They've got plenty of stuff.
I can honestly say 8 cruises with Celebrity, and when you speak to fellow passengers, everybody loves the brand. They love the food, the wine, the service, the entertainment, the ships. The design of the ships as well. They are amazing.
They are amazing, and again, I think they're geared, compared to Royal, I think they're geared more for couples rather than families. I hope I don't mind me saying that, but they are suited, and especially down in this part of the world. The Soldtice is a great ship. Imagine just cruising around the North and South Island, New Zealand, and every day coming back to this 5-star deluxe. That's the Martini and Ice Bar, which you've been to once or twice before, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, got a plaque there with his name on it. But it's a phenomenal cruises, and I would say that once you've done a Celebrity, I'll be very surprised if you go back to other cruise companies, because they are so very, very popular. But this is a great opportunity on a fabulous ship to go and see this part of the world, tick it off the bucket list, and as I said, you get a chance to go down under.
Well, let's show you the amazing itinerary. I was speaking to the CEO earlier, and he'd been to Australia over Christmas, but never went over to New Zealand. And I think when you're going that distance, you need to see both.
My wife is desperate to get over there. When I did the cruise, I obviously do the presentations on the ship to all the shore excursions, but a lot of the security staff on there were all Maoris, and I got them to come on stage at the start of my welcome and do the full haka, and that got everyone going absolutely crazy. But this one is going to do a full from north to south. So
this is our first stop, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to go straight into Tauranga. Now, Tauranga's got the Waitapu geothermal reserve, so they're very, very popular to go and see, and I would recommend that. They also do a lot of the high-end activities there, the zorbing, the zip lining. It's quite an active area, but again, you've got the beach area, you've got a phenomenal place, but I would really, really recommend, if you get a chance, to go over to do the geothermal reserves. Now, through a lot of these destinations as well, of course, this is where The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings was filmed. They've still got a lot of the film sets there.
That's what I did. I saw that.
Yeah, so a lot of the destinations, you can incorporate one of those tours if you wanted to, depending on where you want to go. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea. Then we go into the capital, into Wellington, still on the North Island. And again, places to see here. We did the Lord of the Rings tour in this particular destination. But again, you've got the Weta Caves, you've got the cable car, spectacular views there. And as I said, the North and South Islands are quite different.
Now, considering that's the capital, though, you just can't believe the amount of space in
it's completely different
there's
from
no such
London
thing as congestion, is there?
No, or Rome or somewhere different. But
yeah, honestly, it's amazing.
This is a beautiful, beautiful trip. Then we come down into my personal favourite, down into the South Island, and we're at the north coast here. And again, you've got the Marlborough Sands. You can take the Beachcomber cruise here. Also, keep an eye out for the dolphins. Look at the views; they are spectacular. Now, if you've done Alaska, you've done the fjords, you're getting that sort of feeling, but you're down in New Zealand. And I can honestly promise you, this will be one of the best cruises and experiences you've ever done.
Feeling of space, fresh air, clean.
And the people there. I think there are about 2 million people there and about 14 million sheep. So that's the way it is. Now, Akaroa, as we head down the South Island, this is one which was one of the great experiences of my life. I actually took one of the boats out. You go to these destinations in the Caribbean, you can swim with the dolphins. Here you can actually go into the water and swim with the wild dolphins. They track them, you can swim with them, and Akaroa is a beautiful harbour area. We did that in the morning and then just relaxed in the afternoon. And then from there, we moved on to Dunedin. Again, a great destination. We did a trip there called the Thierry Gore train. Now, when I sold this, I didn't realise that the train actually pulls along the port area right outside the ship. So you walk off the ship, straight onto the train, and then you go on this beautiful trip through the Thierry Gorge. Amazing views. As I said, I've just come back from the Rockies, but this was similar in New Zealand, but just a different coastline. You've also got there Cadbury's World. If you're into your chocolates, you can go and see the home of Cadbury's and stuff your face, depending on what you want to do. And then from there we go down into Doutford, Milford and Dusky Sounds. This is into the fjord parts, and normally arrive very, very early in the morning, and look at the views that you get there. They're spectacular. The earlier you get in, the better, because it is spooky, quiet, crystal clear waters. It's beautiful. Then from there a couple of days at sea, and then back into Sydney. Now, we've done a 2-night stay in here. We were talking about this before. Please, if you're down there, extend it to 3 nights, because I would say the first day do the city, Opera House. Second day go out to the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, that's what we did.
The trip to Blue Mountains, I looked at the other day, is about 130 quid with lunch. It's a full day tour to go to the mountains, and then day 3 come back to Taronga Zoo, go over to Manly, go and check out these little fellas. But you're down in Sydney, so give yourself 3 days.
I mean, that is a trip of a lifetime. And actually, the price, we think it is amazing when you break it down.
Especially when you see the upgrades we've got on the cabins as well that are coming up in a moment.
And you will, if you book by the 31st of May, you'll actually get £50 per person off, won't you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. That's going to finish at the end of May.
Wow. Honestly, we think that's one of the best we've ever had, actually, for this itinerary. So it is a Planet Cruise exclusive. Everyone will get an extra £50 per person off if you book by the end of this month. You also get the 2-night hotel stays in Auckland and Sydney as well.
Increase that Sydney, though. Go to 3 nights.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Return flights, obviously included, based on London Heathrow. And a free upgrade from Ocean View to balcony from just $2,499. Again, when you're travelling this distance, splash out if you can for that balcony. And how about this? If you go for that lead date, you could extend your stay to spend Christmas in Sydney from only £100 per person.
And I just want to clarify the pricing on there. The price is from 2299. Bottom left-hand corner saying 2299. It's 2299 per person. But again, you'll get the £50 off that as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yep. But I would honestly go for the balcony, and actually, the Aqua Class, and my favourite, that is a great price for Aqua.
Can I just say as well, if you can do the balcony, if you can extend it to the South Island sailorways, are the best sailorways I've ever had on a cruise ship around that part of the world, and you will make your money back just on those couple of sailorways around the South Island.
Now again, give us a call tonight. Glenn's going to be back in the office. I think you've gone part-time because you're not until Thursday, are you?
Thursday, I've got tomorrow off, yeah.
But you might... It'll be on Thursday as well, but the whole team are there tonight, ready to take your calls till 10:30. And they're obviously first thing tomorrow morning as well. But we're going to now move on to Princess Cruises on board the Sapphire Princess. Again, Princess, a really well-respected company.
5-star, top quality.
Wonderful.
Again, this is a nice one going out of Southampton, so if you're not into your flights, again, another really good chance to go 25th of May next year, if you want to sort of just try cruising as well, but you are going a top line with Princess.
Well, I was with Princess a couple of years ago for a friend's 50th, and amazing experience. But anyway, we've got our lovely Jade to tell you a little bit more.
Regardless of which Princess Cruises ship you get on, you'll find yourself with a host of dining, entertainment and relaxation options to suit your needs. Whether you prefer the traditions of set-time dining or you prefer to pick when, where and who you eat with, the option is yours on board a Princess ship. Princess Cruises have always taken speciality dining to the next level, from the sumptuous steaks in the Crown Grill through to the incredible Italian flavours of Sabatinis. The first of 2 new offerings is Steamers Seafood, where you can feast on amazing shellfish, all accompanied by generous sides and dipping sauces. The second new taste sensation is Planks, serving up American-style barbecue options on planks, loaded with 4 meats, chilli, coleslaw and fries, and some really incredible looking desserts. Princess Cruises love looking after the whole family during your cruise. Camp Discovery offers 3 different age categories and areas, all themed in collaboration with the Discovery Channel. Children aged 3 to 17 will have everything they need to keep them amused for hours at a time. Whichever Princess Cruises ship you go on, you are sure to find something entertaining happening. From the street performers in the Piazza through to the full Broadway-style productions in the Princess Theatre. But this is Princess, so we can't talk about entertainment without mentioning the movies under the stars up here on deck. Whichever stateroom you pick, you'll get comfortable beds, a flat-screen TV, mini bar and bathroom with shower. If you're looking for a bit of extra outside space, then an upgrade to a balcony is a must. For that touch of luxury though, suites are the perfect option, offering you extra space and amenities in your room and complimentary access to the Lotus Spa thermal suite, amongst other exclusive benefits.
Now, you've probably noticed a £1 per person deposit on this one as well, and 3 for free. It's not easy to say, Glenn.
That's not easy to say.
Yeah, so you're going to get wine in your room, yes?
Yeah, you're going to get a bottle of wine. You're going to get, with that one, a speciality dining. There's one meal in one of the speciality restaurants. And you're also getting $200 excursions credit. So if you book a tour, up to $200 will go to
Wow, so everyone will get those 3 free things.
Yeah.
You try and say that.
Yeah, I know.
How much we had? Yes, they are all included. But you've got some lovely ports as well. First days at sea, isn't it?
Yeah, so Southampton, first day at sea, and then from there we go into La Coruna. And again, beautiful part of Spain here. You can just wander around the promenade. Again, I would say a trip out to Santiago de Compostela is one I always recommend, the UNESCO World Heritage Site. But again, if you don't want to do that, just wander around, meander around in La Coruna, bit of tapas, a little bit of sangria. Welcome to Spain. Then we go to Bilbao, and again here you've got the main focal point is the Guggenheim Museum, which is a stunning site. You've also got the canals there, beautiful modern architecture, obviously with the old tradition, and also the Maritime Museum is quite interesting to see. But the Flower Dog at Bilbao is a site that you'll have your photo taken while you're there, so it's quite nice to go and have a stroll. Then into Le Verdon. Le Verdon back into our French
Very
Quarter.
nicely said there, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I've been watching Hello Hello all week. And here you've got the beach, you've got the lighthouse, you've got the archaeological museum. Beautiful places to go out if you're into your wines as well. You might try one of the wine tasting tours. But you've got the beach, you've got the culture, you've got a bit of Spain and France on that one. Then a relaxing day, and then back into St Peter Port, which we mentioned earlier, into Guernsey.
Which is actually a lovely place.
A wonderful, wonderful destination. And again, even if you just wander off in the town area, it's right there as you come off the tender boats and go and stroll and explore. That's where the rich and famous live, so just keep an eye out for who you're going to see.
And then, of course, back to Southampton. So, you know, if you're somebody that can't fly, doesn't like flying, that's fantastic when you get, say, 7 nights out of Southampton. Now, it is an exclusive. You only need a £1 per person deposit tonight. So that's all you need to actually commit to right now, a £1 per person deposit. 3 for free, so free wine in your room, so a bottle of wine when you arrive, free specialty dining, and 200. Now, is that dollars or pounds?
It should be $200.
That say, yeah, so it's
yeah.
$200.
Not much difference now, to be honest.
Actually, there isn't. Now, when you think about it, this is actually over Bank Holiday weekend as well, isn't it?
So we've got a family of 4 price there at $2,599. Can I just say as well, if your holiday is going out, say, in a year's time, we've got a new thing now called Go Cardless. So when you book the holiday with us now, you pay the £1, you can set up a direct debit system now, and I think you can do it over 3 up to 6 payments. So you might think, oh, $2,500, but if you pay that over 6 payments over a year, especially if you're a family of 4, we do that with all of our cruises now. So if you're booking, that's what I've done with mine. So I've got a cruise in May and a cruise in November next year. Paid the £1 deposit, and I'm just paying it off as we go along.
I told you he's catching me up with these cruises.
I'm still about 24 behind you.
No, he's not. Now we've also got Luxury Corner for you next, and. Now, this one, oh, God, this is amazing, actually. This, again, is with Celebrity Cruises. We have got ocean views starting from as little as $1,549. It's an 11-night cruise, so you actually get 11 nights. Spain, France and Italy. And if you do go for the ocean view or above, you'll get the free classics drinks package. Now, over 11 nights, that's worth a huge amount of money.
$65 a day if you book it individually.
Wow.
So times that by 11, that's getting included.
That's about $700 worth, isn't it?
Yeah,
so that's a huge amount included. You'll also get $300 onboard spend per couple there. Deposit for this is just £1 per person tonight. And it gets even better. With it being our luxury month, you will get a £100 cash back when you quote luxury month as well. Now, I often talk about Aqua Class with Celebrity, and I'm not being funny, but Aqua Class sometimes, you know, can cost you quite a bit more. Tonight, the difference, I think, is amazing. You can actually get Aqua Class for $1,969, and then you receive exclusive access to the Blue Speciality Restaurant. That's every night for dinner and also breakfast. It is the most amazing restaurant that you could ever imagine dining in. It's my absolute favourite. You also get exclusive and complimentary access to Persian Garden. And have you been Persian Garden?
Oh, I can't afford it, mate. I'm on an inside cabin.
Well, it's included here.
Yeah, I can't afford it. I'm on an inside.
But honestly,
I'm lucky to get a shower.
I wish I'd not asked now. Priority embarkation and disembarkation there as well, and a personal spa concierge to arrange spa treatment. So that is an amazing deal, and I think it'll go really quickly tonight.
Can I just say as well, they're going to be based on London flights. Obviously, if you're looking at supplements, if you're looking at regionals, there might be a supplement. Phone the guys and they'll obviously have a look at it for you.
Now, it's always nice to have a river cruise, and we've got one for you right now with Uniworld. Now, are we talking 6-star here?
6-star ultra luxury on this one. We actually got invited out there for the day, only for the day. They wouldn't allow us to go for the whole time. And it is a beautiful ship. It's very elaborate, very
kind of opulent.
Opulent, that's the word I'm looking for. But if you ever look at the video on here, this is ultra luxury. So this is your drinks, your tips, your excursions.
I mean, it really is fully inclusive.
That's the reception area, so you can see what I mean by the opulent. So it really does take it to the next level. Every stateroom is designed individually by the owners of the company on there, and you can see this is what it's like.
Oh my word!
So this takes it a little bit different.
It almost has a feel of like a stately home, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what they want to do. But every room is designed different, so when you go in them, but again, the staircase they have on there, yeah, I mean, that's what it's like on board the ship. It is stunning.
Wow, grand and beautiful.
And what's nice about this one, this is going down into the Bodeaux wine area, so obviously wouldn't suit us. But this one is going to
I'm not allowed to mention drink tonight.
No, not at all. But this is going to take us along the rivers there on that beautiful ultra 6-star luxury.
And it is all inclusive.
It is inclusive.
Yes. But that does include all of your excursions as well.
All your excursions, your Wi-Fi,
wow.
Everything included on there for you.
It's a really nice one, this. But let's give you a little taster of some of the lovely places you're going to be visiting and experiencing.
So just to let you know, this particular ship, the Royale, was remodelled in 2014, and it's there to capture the essence of Bodeaux area as well, so the way they've designed the ship. Also,
so it does feel like a bit, like I said today, it is more like a French chateau, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And again, with this one, you've only got 130 passengers on board, 64 staterooms, 41 staff looking after you. So comparing that to the big boys out there, this is a beautiful river vessel and moving scenery the whole time. So we're going to start off, first of all, in Bodeaux. That's where you're going to embark. And again, the ship's going to be conveniently located right in the heart of the city. From there, we're going into a lot of wine areas. So we are going to talk about wine. I do apologise, but we're going into Cadillac, first of all. This is where the deliciously flavoured dessert wines are. And again, here on the excursions, you're going to meet the local wine producers. You're also going for a wine pairing lunch at a 14th century fortress. And this is an experience. So you really are, if you like your French cuisine and wines, this is second to none. But this is going to carry on throughout the whole destination. So there we're going down the Garonne River and the Gironde Estate into Poulilac. From here, you have a chance to go into more of the wine areas, into some of the chateaux that they have here. You also get a chance to go onto another winery experience throughout the time. So even if you love the cruise, you'll be pickled most of the time anyway. So you won't remember any of it anyway. So just moving scenery and a glass of wine. That's how we should sell it.
Behave.
But then again, now, on this one, after all that wine tasting, they are going to give you a chance to go on a guided bicycle ride. That'll be interesting. There we go. Welcome to it there. But it is a phenomenal area, and as I said, you'll see the scenery they have there. Then on to Blaye, I think I said that right, and from there on to Le Bourne, and from here you've got the beautiful Corniche, stunning part of the world with the flowered lined buildings, and they say it's one of the most beautiful streets in the world. But again, throughout the trip, and it's this wonderful countryside. And of course, you've got the guides with you the whole time, and being such a small group, you're not in groups of 50 people at a time, you're in small groups being taken out there. You've also got the medieval town of Saint-Emilion, and from there again you can go into the wine shops and the bakeries, but throughout the time you'll be coming along the rivers on that beautiful ship, just making your way along. So it is a stunning part to go and see. And as I said, through all of these parts of the world, you've got various destinations with tours included, and of course that wine pairing.
I'm seriously tempted by this one. I'd say the ship, she is beautiful. She's like a wonderful French chateau now. We've got Planet Cruise exclusive. You will get a £100 cash back per booking when booked in May. So that offer does finish at the end of May, doesn't it?
Another week or so.
So you will get another £100 cash back per booking. All complimentary drinks, tips, fine dining and Wi-Fi as well. Excursions included at every single port, and return flights based on London. Their regional flights, they are available just for a supplement as well. Price-wise, we have got 3 levels of cabin available. I always think, you know, again, if you can stretch to the French balcony, you're going to get that wonderful scenery.
But if you can't, and if that's not the case, then in the end, the other two cabins on there, you can also, you have a view out there anyway, but you can also make your way up to the top deck. Because in the end, you can sit out there, look at the times of year you're going as well, all the way through July and August, so the weather's going to be stunning in that part of the world. And you don't want to be sort of in your cabin the whole time, you want to be out and about, mingling with the others. And as I said, with a river cruise compared to an ocean cruise, you've got moving scenery the whole time. And again, if you book this one, I just want to see you on that bike tour.
So you know, all of those rooms, they're all going to be beautiful, aren't they?
They are. As I said, they're all different as well. The way the owners design them, they are going to be something different than you've ever experienced before.
Oh, that's wonderful, don't you? Yeah. Love that one. But we've still got quite a lot to show you. Actually, we're going to 3 more. And we're going to move on to cruise and maritime now on the Marco Polo. Again, great date on this one, the 2nd of June, and a price starting under £600. It's a 6-night special, 75th D-Day anniversary cruise, so a very special cruise. Well, let's give you a little taster of what life is going to be like with cruise and maritime. You've cruised and maritime, haven't you, Glenn?
Cruise, well, I lived on there for 3 years.
You did, didn't you?
I lived on that ship. I lived on Marco Polo for 3 years. I had a wonderful.
It was your ship, wasn't it?
I was the shore excursions manager on board.
Of course you were.
We took that down to the Amazon from Tilbury. We've taken it around up into the Baltics and the fjords. It's a wonderful ship, and as I said, the staff on there are so friendly. The ship itself holds about 700 people, and we were talking.
It's a nice size.
We were talking about the big ships earlier on, and I tell you what, Marco Polo is. It's an older ship. It used to be the Alexander Pushkin. It used to be an old icebreaker. It's now celebrating about its 53rd, 54th year. But do you know what? People come back year after year because they love the feel of it. They feel comfortable. It's an old classic ship. And again, if you want that on the ship, you can do so. They also do things on right now with the all-inclusive drinks package and tips included. There's various
prices. And they're really affordable.
They're really affordable. And as I said, for £600 on a special cruise like that with the 75th D-Day cruise. And the special thing about this one, for me, is it's sailing out of Portsmouth, which is where we live, and this is where the Planet Cruise office is, so we might actually pop down. Most of the cruise ships obviously go out of Southampton, but this is coming from our hometown.
And we should say as well, adults only on this one.
Adults only on this one, yeah. Again, it's geared for adults, there's no kids clubs or anything like that, so... But this is a special cruise because it's the 75th D-Day, and you've got a great opportunity to go from Portsmouth for a few nice ports of call.
Well, let's just talk through. So, we're cruising out of Portsmouth. Glenn's home.
I'll give you a wave off as you go past. And then from there we go overnight in Antwerp. So you've got 2 days in there. And again, you've got a nice opportunity when you do the overnight to go off. Beautiful city there, to wander around the Gothic-style buildings. You can actually go off to the modern museum. You've got the zoo, Aquatopia. You've got a number of different things to do, but you can just chill out and relax. As I said, Belgium famous, of course, for its waffles and chocolates and beers. So just experience it. And it's nice that you can actually stay out overnight, have a meal and come back to the ship when you want. From there we go into one of my favourite destinations, which is Honfleur. If you've not been there before, we go here on a lot of our British Isles cruises, and this is stunning. If you've not been here, they've got the beautiful style buildings, you've got the market square you can walk around. Again, shuttle buses will ferry you in and out of Honfleur, and the sail out is magnificent all the way along the beach. You shall see some beautiful old style castles and gîtes there in France, but Honfleur is magnificent, and what I would say to you is go into the main town there and have a lunch there. It is beautiful, and if you like the mussels, good place to have mussels. Then we go along the River Seine, so this is a nice experience. Like the river cruise we just talked about, moving scenery the whole time. People come out, they're waving to you as you go along the Seine, and it is a great opportunity as the Marco Polo sails along there. And then from there into Rouen. Rouen just along the coast. They've got the more wooden style buildings. I think this was the home of Joan of Arc. I think this is where actually she got set on fire. But again, if you go along there, you've got great restaurants and you're in the French cuisine. You can also do trips out to the Bodeaux Tapestry, you can go to the Normandy beaches, and of course this is what the 75th D-Day anniversaries were, so they'll also have guest speakers talking about that, and there's excursions geared to that product.
So very, very special cruise.
Very special cruise, yeah.
And then of course back to Portsmouth. Now, we've got a Planet Cruise exclusive on this again tonight, just £1 per person deposit. That overnight on board in Antwerp, and it is an adult-only no-fly cruise, as mentioned, from Portsmouth. Nice to have Portsmouth there, is there?
Yeah.
You know.
And if they want to stay the night before, £95 per person can stay at my house, and I'll drop them down the port. We'll have a barbie in the garden.
Don't know what breakfast would be like that. And then upgrade to an outside cabin from under £11 per person per night. Now we've oh wow, we've got a real biggie coming up next with Royal Cabin. I mean, this really is a trip of a lifetime. 26 nights. You're away for nearly a month on this one. And what I love at, you know, Planet Cruise, they always give great deals on cruises, but they're real specialists when it comes to putting together bespoke packages with transfers and hotel stays and cruises. And this one, Glenn, we've got hotel stays, we've got a river cruise.
Well, this is a Wendy Wu package that we're doing as well. So remember, we had Wendy on the show a little while ago. So we've tagged on one of her 12-day majestic China tours. So this is going to do all of China. It's then going to do a bit of Japan. It's then doing Vietnam, and you're also on Quantum of the Seas as well. So I was fortunate enough to be on Quantum when it launched out of Southampton, and it is a beast. I will tell you, it's a beast. But if you want to experience everything in one go, it's now based down in this part of the world, but this is going to tick all the boxes, and this is a trip of a lifetime. I mean, yeah, I'm looking. We could do a show just on this one. We really could actually. So we're going to talk through now. We'll try and be as detailed as we possibly can. But again, I know there's a lot to take in, so you can always ring the guys. They've got a full itinerary, a breakdown of everything you get included on each single day with a Wendy Wu on there. So listen to what we have to say. But afterwards, if you are interested, give the guys a call, and they will talk you through in a lot more detail. But yeah, this is a great one. So, shall we begin? We're going to fly you over to Shanghai, first of all. Now, again, with Shanghai, we've given you a 2-night stay there on that one. So, again, if you want to extend it to 3 days, you're more than welcome to do so. We just had an extra night. And, again, I've been to Shanghai, very, very different. That building on the right, which is the dome one, I've been to the top of that. Amazing views. But you've also got here the Yew Gardens and the Bund tours. So we're going to include that in there for you. So you've got the modern structures of Shanghai, and then, of course, the traditional Bund and the Yew Gardens, which are beautiful to wander around. And we've got those excursions included in there. So that's just a nice start, just to introduce you into China. Then from there, we're going to transfer you and fly you from Shanghai to Jichang, which I've probably said wrong. And this is where you're going to pick up your Yangtze River cruise. Now, the river cruise that they have here, the boat that they use, is traditionally Chinese. So again, it's geared up. Look at the vessel they use. Oh wow! So but that's just 5 stars. 5-star, yeah. And again, on this one, you've got your food included on this one, and this is going to take you along the river. And you can imagine this is your floating destination as you explore the Three Gorges Dam. You'll get to travel up the Yangtze, and again, it's not done on one of these junk boats or something like that. You're in modern luxury, and this is what the boat is for. I mean, that I'd really love to do. And that's going into the Three Gorges there. So you can see it's a phenomenal opportunity to do this. There you go. And again, as I said, what's nice, because it's a Wendy Wu package, they're looking after you the whole time as well. So, you know, from the moment you arrive into China to the moment you get on the ship, they're with you. They'll give you information. They'll talk about the various things you're seeing along there, and of course stop and start as you go along the Yangtze, which is phenomenal. So that's your cruise there, and you've got 4 days on that Yangtze River cruise. 4 nights on board there, and then we're transferring to Chengdu. Chengdu. Now, Chengdu, what's in Chengdu, I hear you say? Chengdu are going to be our little furry friends. Oh, now, pandas. If you want to go and see the pandas, what better place to do it in China? So you get a chance to go and see those at the Conservation Centre. So it's another thing to tick off your bucket list to go and see the pandas in China, and that's included on there for you as well. Then from there, we then fly you to Xi'an. Now, Xi'an is where we're going to see another little friends that we have here in China that was discovered a number of years ago. And the Queen went to visit there in the 80s, and that's where we're going to take you over to see our friends, the Terracotta Warriors. So you get a chance to go and see. Not so little. Not so little, and there's quite a few, about 8,000 altogether, and they're discovering more as they go along. But you will get a chance there whilst you're in Xi'an to obviously experience Xi'an. You go into the street markets, see what they're cooking there, if you want to be brave and try the different items that they cook there. But again, as I said, you're going to get a chance there to, that's not them, but you are going to see the Terracotta Warriors while you're there. So that's what you're going to experience. Yeah. And there were 8,000, you said? About 8,000 with all the chariots and horses as well, and they're discovering more and more. They're all different. And again, that's another thing that people want to tick off their bucket list. Yeah. So that's going to be incorporated on there. Then from there, once we've done the Terracotta Warriors, we're going to move from your airport and fly you then to Beijing. And this is going to be another massive, massive highlight of this particular package. So you're going to go here to the Forbidden City. You're going to go to Tiananmen Square, obviously famous with the revolution, and then from there you're going to go to one of the things to see, of course, is the Great Wall of China. So again, Wendy Wu tour on this, they're looking after you the whole time, but you get to go on the Temple of Heaven, you'll go to Tiananmen Square, you'll do the Forbidden City, and of course, as I said, you get actually to walk on the Great Wall. Wow. I mean, again, you know, you realise, don't you, sometimes life's too short, and you start to build a list of places in your head where you want to visit, don't you? And you've got to remember as well, you know, people are very independent now, people do everything online and stuff like that, but I would thoroughly say to you that if you're planning to do a trip of China, do as an organised tour, because you know you can't read the signage, you don't know where you're going.
It could be very hard.
And get the guys to do it, and you're certainly not going to do it for £3 grand. Remember, we haven't even got to the cruise yet.
No.
So you know you're doing all this included with your guides, so you have a great opportunity to do that. And as I said, that's that's what the cruise is about. And that's what
there
you
you go.
see.
The Great Wall Tour.
As I said,
you don't do it all, do you, Glenn?
No, you do about half of it. Just make sure you've got good footwear.
Now, we then embark the fabulous, amazing Quantum of the Seas.
It's only about, I think, 2 years old, or maybe.
I mean, yeah.
Well, by the time you get on this.
Well, you
now
know.
this has got the eye fly, or what they call it, that star thing that you go on. You've got the flow riders.
The eye in the sky, but I think it is.
Yeah, I can never remember what that. But again, you've got so much on this. Now, this is one of the biggest cruise ships in the world. As I said, I was on this when it launched, I think it was last year. You can also do the iFly, that's where you can do your skydiving. You can try that as well. There are so many different facilities to do on here. And what's nice with this particular cruise is you've got like port, sea day, so it breaks it up quite nicely. The 270 lounge at the back, they've got it on Anthem, they've got it on here, is the best thing I've ever seen with shows. Everything moves up and down, LED screens. It's so modern, you cannot believe it. And of course, famous robotic bars if you want a robot to serve you a drink.
I mean, the great thing with Royale is there is something for absolutely everybody, isn't there?
There is. Again, bumper cars. I think that turns into the ice rink in the evening. So you know, if you don't want to do bumper cars, go on the ice rink. So you can't honestly say that this ship's not going to look after you. And you've got your 12 days. So then we go into Fukuoka, which we've been practicing all day to pronounce, for your first piece of Japan. And here you get a chance to go and have a look at Japan. I was fortunate enough to go there a couple of years ago with Cunard on an overland tour. But it's an amazing place. Look at the tunnel they have there. That is spectacular. You've got the canal cities. You've got the mall. Again, you've got the tradition of Japan meets the modern technology as well. So again, tours out there if you want to go and see that, and that is something to behold. Then a day at sea, which is nice, then into Taipei, and here you've got a chance to go to the National Palace. You can also go over to the Taipei 101 skyscraper, which is there, go for views of the city. Plenty to do here, but again, I would go to that National Palace Museum. That's really interesting. Again, go with a guided tour to teach you about the history and culture of this part of the world. As I said, you might only go to sort of Taipei once in your life, so you want to make the most of it. Then another relaxing day, then in a popular destination of the Mecca metropolis of Hong Kong. Plenty to do here in a day, and again here you can go up to Victoria Peak. You can, of course, go to Disneyland. They've got Hong Kong Disneyland if you want to. You've got Ocean Park. You've got Victoria Harbour. Jump on one of the junk boats. Go across on the various vessels that they have taking you to the different parts of Hong Kong. But again, also the Polo Monastery is something to behold. So that's taking you out of the city to have views there.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
wonderful.
It's a wonderful city. You probably actually need 2 or 3 days in Hong Kong, but you've just got the one day there. So make sure you know what you're doing. Then a day at sea, and then to carry on this amazing trip, we head into Vietnam, and we're going to do all the way along the coastline there. So we're going to start first of all in Hue, and again, beautiful beaches here. You've got the Imperial City, you've got the pagodas to go and look at, but as I said, you can do beach or you can do culture depending on what you want to do, but that's the lagoon area. And if you've never done Vietnam before, it is become one of the big places to see now, so make sure you get to see as much as you can. From there down into Nha Trang. Nha Trang as we start to head down, and from there you've got the Ponagar, you've got the Hillside Temple, you've got the markets, maybe do a bit of haggling and bartering and go and see the mayhem of the markets. Of course, you've got the cable car to take amazing views.
It's a beautiful place.
There's plenty of things to see there.
I love it.
Plenty of things to see. And then from there down into Ho Chi Minh City, and again with Ho Chi Minh, again, with the turbulent history that Vietnam have had over the last 50 years, you've got a chance to go to the City Hall, you've got the War Remembrance Museum, the Independence Palace, but again, I always suggest going out to Coo Chi Tunnels as well. So that really does give you a perspective of what's going on. And then from there, a chill-out day, and back into Singapore. Now, we're flying you home from Singapore. If you're going to do 26 days, make it 28 and do 2 extra days in Singapore, because if you've not done Singapore before, probably about 100 quid extra, you can have a couple of nights in Singapore.
I think that's amazing. You are way safe. For 26 nights, you're getting so much here. So the 12-night China land tour, and that's got meals, stays in Shanghai, Chengdu, Xi'an and Beijing as well. 4 nights in on that Yangtze River cruise, and that's 5-star as well, isn't it?
Yeah, 5-star.
Then you get to see the Panda Conservation Centre there, the Terracotta Warriors, Tiananmen Square, Forbidden City, and the Temple of Heaven Tours. I mean, this is amazing, isn't it? 12 nights cruising on board Quantum of the Seas, and your return flights as well. Wow, it's all organised, isn't it?
Yeah, can I just say a couple of things about that? Remember we talked about this Go Cardless system now, where you can set up your direct debits. Say you took the inside cabin on there, say it's £3,100. If you do over 6 payments, of £500 doesn't seem so bad over a year and a half. And that's your trip paid for.
That's so true, because you've got,
That's one thing to think about. So as I said, it's a lot of money now, but if you pay over 6 payments, great. The other thing as well, people always ask about the visas. Oh, we don't know how to do the visas in China. Wendy Wu does them for you. There's a charge. They're not free. They're not the cheapest Chinese visas, and they would charge an admin fee to do it for you. But I would recommend doing it all through Wendy Wu. They do it about 8 to 10 weeks before travel, and you know that it's correct. Doing it yourself, you're worried when you get there if there's error. Wendy will do it for you, and she can organise that.
Wow. So, again, if you just want more information, the guys will talk you through in more detail.
And that Wendy Wu tour, they've literally got a day-by-day what you'll be doing.
I thought it looked amazing. I just don't get enough holiday allowance. That's my trouble, Glenn.
Yeah, of course.
Isn't it, guys? Don't get enough holiday allowance. Definitely not. Now, hey, we've got a big price reduction on this last one, haven't we? This is Holland America. It's a late one. I'm looking at the dates, 3rd of June.
3rd of June, but there's other dates throughout the year.
Yeah, but they're all... I mean, the June dates, I'm under £1,000 for this.
Yeah, and this is a Baltics cruise. So, again, if you've never done a Baltics cruise before, again, it's taking you out to some wonderful, wonderful destinations. But this is probably the best Baltic price deal we've seen, because remember, you're going to spend a few quid when you're in St. Petersburg anyway. So get the cruise for this price and spend more money in St. Petersburg.
And Holland America, they are 5-star, by the way.
Yeah.
So... this is under £1,000 for 10 nights. Let's give you a little idea of what life is going to be like on board. So, again, 5-star with Holland America.
Yeah, great cruise line, as I said, very, very popular. They brought out the Koningsdam last year and it proved to be very, very popular. But again, all their ships are stunning. Their food and service is exceptional. We are talking 5-star on here. And again, you get the opportunity to travel around the Baltics on these beautiful, beautiful vessels. A couple of our guys actually came back from Koningsdam a few weeks ago and just raved about it. They said how good it is. And again, the Zuiderdam's quite nice because it's only a 1,900 passenger ship. So again, especially when you're doing things like St. Petersburg, which I'll explain in a little bit, it means that there's not the 6,000 person vessels turning up there. So good opportunity to get on and off the ship. Great service, really, really good people. I'm not sure who those 2 women are, but they're there on there as well. But again, you've got the museum, you've got everything going on. But Holland America are very, very popular.
And normally we would not get a price like this. Not for June.
Not for June.
No, because actually that's one of the best months to actually see the Baltics.
It is, because people always think, oh, the Baltics, Russia's always going to be snow, but they have a sort of similar summer to us, so it can be quite warm.
It can be,
and especially when you go into a lot of the buildings in Russia, they've got no air conditioning, so you don't want it sort of 28, 29 degrees, you want it sort of 20, 21, which would be nice.
But it is last minute. There is some space available tonight, but it will go really, really quickly. And see, I've not been to any of these ports.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
So this one here, what we're going to do, we've based it on London flights, because normally we have flights going into Copenhagen. Now, if people want to maybe add a couple of days in Copenhagen, we can do it at the start or the end of the cruise if you want to, and the guys can do that for you. Again, normally EasyJet flights in from Gatwick, very, very good timings, and they'll fly you in and out, but we can add 2 nights on if you wanted to do that for you. Then you've got a day at sea, and then we go into Tallinn from Copenhagen. So you're flying into Copenhagen, then on to Tallinn. Now, Tallinn's a wonderful city. Normally shuttle buses in, and they've got the new and the old part of town there, but most people spend their time in the old part, wander around the cobble streets. You've got the large square area, good bars and restaurants to sit there and do a bit of people watching. That's the entrance into the old city there. The locals will all be dressed in traditional costumes. They'll have the market stalls out. Wonderful chance to walk around Tallinn, and it's nice because it's a nice sort of chill out port before getting into St. Petersburg, which is what a lot of people are going for. Now, moving on to St. Petersburg, obviously, listen, we all watch the news, we've seen what's going on with Russia, they're our favourite friends at the moment, and that's why these Baltic cruises are good prices at the moment. But St. Petersburg you need to go to. Is a wonderful place. You're there for 2 days. Now, just remember with St. Petersburg, you cannot get off the ship unless you're on an organised tour. Okay, so you need to be on a tour. You'll also have a visa that's provided by the ship. You fill that in, and you need your tour ticket, your passport and your visa to get off the ship. But you're there 2 days, so you can do a variety of tours. Things to go and see are this one here. This is the Peterhof Palace. Looks like your back garden, Sean. But that's the Peterhof Palace. You've also got Catherine Palace, you've got the Hermitage, you've got the Church of the Spilled Blood. They're the 4 things that you really want to do in St. Petersburg during the day. In the evening, you've got the ballet or the folkloric show. You even do vodka tasting, so you can try that if you wanted to. But you can do a tour in the evening, but you will spend a bit of money in St. Petersburg, so make sure you get the most out of it, whatever you decide to do. Then we go on to Helsinki. Helsinki shuttle buses into town. When you're there, you've got the market square, you've got Rock Church. After 2 busy days in St. Petersburg, again, it's a nice, relaxing port to go into. Stroll around there and do what you need to do. Then one of the most beautiful sailings in the world is Stockholm. You've got the islands of Stockholm, past the main palace, and then into your docking area. 2 things to see here are the Vasa Museum, which is really, really interesting. That's the sunken vessel that sunk in the harbour of Stockholm, or onto the ABBA Museum, which is really, really popular.
I'd love to do that.
But if not, wander around the Hanseatic building, stroll around, and again, the beautiful people there of Stockholm. Then a chill-out day, then into Warnemünde, the beach resort of Warnemünde. People say beach resort, Germany? Yeah. Warnemünde is a beach resort, so if you want to chill out there, you can do. If not, you take the 12-hour excursion. It's a long day into Berlin. It takes about 2.5, 3 hours on the Autobahn into Berlin. Checkpoint Charlie, you've got Brandenburg Gate. Plenty of things to see there in Berlin, and that's a wonderful city if you've never been there. If you don't want to do that, chill out in Warnemünde and just relax on the beach. Then you do the Kiel Canal, which is a wonderful, again, almost going back to our river cruising, along the Kiel Canal, back into Copenhagen, and then you flight home. But as I said, if you want to tag on 2 days either at the start or the end, the guys can do that for you, but they probably will be based on London flights.
I would seriously, I mean, I am away on a cruise in June, but I would be seriously tempted at that, because I've never been to any of those places.
It's great. And I said, St. Petersburg, Russia is phenomenal.
Yeah, well, under £1,000, it's a last-minute special deal with a huge reductions, you know, massive reductions on that one tonight, under £1,000 now. Overnight on board, as we said, in St. Petersburg, and you can add on those 2 nights in Copenhagen from just £49 per person. That's based on the 21st of July. Now, let's just show you the prices, because you might want to go, well, you know, I'm not being funny, but look at the outside. I mean, on the 3rd of June, it's only, what, £66 extra per person. Balcony, really great as well. If the 3rd of June is too close and you can't get a holiday or you're not prepared, we have got the same price on the inside on the 27th of June. Again, it's a great time to go to this part of the world. But that one will sell really quickly.
And you've got to remember, if you go Russia that time, it's going to be buzzing, because guess what's on? World Cup.
Of course it's that. Yeah, of course it will be.
Yeah, so it's going to be buzzing at that time of year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't leave it too long for that one, because the prices said they've been massively brought down. But what a great show.
Good on, isn't it?
Yeah, really
Taking
good.
them around the world, we were.
Yeah. But anyway, let's quickly remind you of all of the deals that we had. Now, we started off with an excellent deal with P&O. It's for next year, 27th of April. An exclusive Planet Cruise at just £1 per person deposit. You've got a great upgrade to the outside from £8 per person per night, £22 per person per night for the balcony. And as we mentioned, if the cruise ever is from Southampton, we can always add on a night at the Holiday Inn Hotel in Winchester from only £95 per person. That gives you great breakfast, park and port transfers. ID number, don't disappear on me like that. 156067.
How did you remember that then?
I've got
magic ear.
I've got
Voices in your
photographic
head.
memory, that's what it is. Right, what's next, Glenn?
Right, then we move on to Celebrity, which is this wonderful, wonderful cruise down to New Zealand and Australia. As I said, 17 nights. Try and extend it a little bit longer in Australia if you can. This is on the 9th of December, the lead date, 2018. It's 2299 lead on price. £50 off if you book before the 31st of May. 2-night stay in Auckland and Sydney, but maybe extend. Return flights from London and Heathrow. We can actually look at Birmingham, Manchester, Glasgow, Newcastle. We'll look at Emirates flights for you. Might be a small supplement, we can do that for you there. Free upgrade ocean view to balcony for 2499, and again, extend your stay over Christmas in Sydney for £100 per person.
And honestly, I did that exact cruise in reverse last year, and yeah, it actually was the best cruise I've ever done.
It was. Yeah. And the idea of that is 158,951.
Oh, well done.
Then
we had a wonderful cruise with Princess. Again, big fan of theirs. 735, £1 per person deposit. Now, 3 for free wine in your room, so free bottle of wine to get you started. Free specialty dining experience, so one of those, and free, it should say $200 excursion credit, because everything's in dollars on board. Great for family of 4 as well. Look, it's over Maybank holiday.
But that will sell fast, because there won't be that many 4-berth cabins.
No, they won't, will they?
So
the whole family under 2,600, then that's great for Maybank holiday. And as you mentioned, Winchester Holiday Inn is available as well. And the ID number is 164 949 on that one.
Lovely.
And then Uniworld.
Then we go on to our wonderful river cruise, and this is in the Bodeaux wine areas on here for you. Lead date on here is 29th of July, but we have other dates. Planet Cruise exclusive price of £100 cashback if booked in May. 133239, and again you've got your drinks, tips, fine dining, Wi-Fi, excursions in every port, flights from London, regional supplements on the other flights. 133239 is the ID.
And then Cruise and Maritime were next on board Glenn's ship, where he worked on here for 3 years on board the Marco Polo. Till they let him go. And
I met my wife on here.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's got something against it.
So again, £1 per person deposit. You've got the overnight on board in Antwerp, and it is adult only as well. And don't forget, you can upgrade to an outside, £11 per person per night there. And the ID number is 172429 on that one.
And then we went on to this magnificent one over in China. This is the Quantum of the Seas, and this is going to be doing Japan and China and Vietnam. And again, 24th of September 2019. You've got your 12-night land tour, which we've discussed with all those stays. You've got your 4-night Yangtze River cruise. You've got the Pandas. You've got the Terracotta Warriors. You've got the Great Wall. 12-night cruising on board, and your return flights from London. And the ID's 181158.
And then finally, massive price reduction, huge on this one with Holland America. On board the MS Zuiderdam, under £1,000 to get away, trip of a lifetime. I mean, beautiful ports I've never been to, but definitely on my wish list. And don't forget, you can add on the 2-night Copenhagen hotel stay for just £49 per person. Then that's based on the 21st of July. But that one will go, so do give us a call tonight if you can. 134964. We are sadly out of time now. If you didn't see a cruise that you liked tonight,
guys are there 10:30 till 10:30 tonight and 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
And they can find any cruise.
Yeah, any cruise they want, and I'll be back on Thursday. I just want to say, everyone's sitting watching us tonight with their glass of wine. Hopefully they've enjoyed it. I know there's a few people watch us.
Yes. And we know some of you on your second glass. Not Glenn.
Well, Mary, I met the other day, is probably on a second bottle, but there we go.
Are you with us next week?
Week after.
We will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Pleasure.
I'll be here as ever next
Cheers,
Tuesday
guys.
at 8. Thank you so much for watching.
Hi everyone, thanks very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe below, and remember to click the bell to get those notifications turned on. And if you're looking for more fantastic travel content like this, then click on the videos to the right. It will be really, really informative. Or you can click on the Planet logo to the left and go to our website for some really fantastic deals. Thanks for watching.